wail, a wail. So to wail is to make this long, high-pitched cry, usually because of pain or because you're sad. So the baby was wailing all night and I couldn't sleep. The child fell over and started wailing. Okay, so to wail, to cry, that's this high-pitched cry. A prolonged high-pitched cry of pain or sadness or anger, a wail, to wail. And then also, you can use this informally to mean to complain. Stop wailing about your job and get on with it. You're lucky to have a job. He was wailing that he spent all of his life working and at the end of the day he never had any money. So to wail, to moan, to lament. The child started wailing when his mother left him at the nursery school. And then to wail, to protest sadly. A wail of complaints went up when they introduced new parking restrictions. I could hear the wail of an ambulance as it went past. The wail of an ambulance. Or the wind was wailing in the trees. Yeah, it's a sound that resembles a cry like that. But to wail, it's a mournful sound. It's a mournful lament. There's this big wall in Jerusalem where people go to pray, and that's called the Wailing Wall. Okay, so to wail, to cry out in sorrow, to weep, to lament, and then to wail. It makes me think about Bob Marley and the Wailers. I guess the Wailers, his backing group, are making this wailing sound to accompany him, to back him. Okay, so wail. The wail of an air raid siren. The city was filled with the wail of police cars. Susan let out a wail when she discovered how bad her situation was. The word guilty was greeted with a wail of anguish by the defendant. So it's to express sadness audibly, to lament. Aye! And then to express dissatisfaction, to complain plaintively. I think if somebody's wailing, this is probably a little bit more informal. I think to wail as a verb, the baby was wailing, 5 informality. But stop wailing about your problems. I think 4 informality, maybe even 3.5. She was wailing that her recipe was ruined and the food was burned. This is talking about a complaint, about carping on about something. Okay, so there was the sound of a mother wailing for her lost child. To wail, the pitiful wailing of a wounded animal. And then if you wail something, you say it in a loud, high-pitched voice, showing you're unhappy. Look what you've done, she wailed at me. The children began to wail that they were hungry. So it's got this howling idea, but it's also plaintive. And then you could have a siren or an alarm or a police car that is wailing, or the wind wailing outside. The wail of bagpipes, perhaps. Okay, so to wail, to howl, to moan. I heard the wail of a police siren. The women began to wail at their loss. Behind them, I heard several children wailing. Okay, the wail of the bagpipes could be heard in the distance. Okay, so to wail. Let's see. This comes from Middle English, wailing, to sob or to cry. From Old Norse, vaila, to wail. From Proto-Germanic, woe. Okay, so this word goes back quite a long way. So to wail.